So to control our energy balance, it has to control our appetite, doesn't it?
Yes, of course.
So our appetite centers are in the part of the brain we call the hypothalamus. Leptin has receptors in the hypothalamus. So when we have a lot of body fat, there's more leptin made, our blood level of leptin increases, and that sends more signaling to the hypothalamus. And what do you think it tells us to do? To eat or not eat when we have more fat?
It would tell us not to eat because it feeds off of the fat.
It's what we call a satiety signal.
Yes.
So over long periods of time, your brain gets used to having a certain amount of leptin that tells us how much we should be eating. Now, what happens when you deplete your body fat and you don't make as much leptin?
Right.
And then you don't get that signal, right, to stop eating.
Yes.
So it tells you to continue eating. Then there's another hormone that takes over, not from the fat, from the stomach, called ghrelin, that tells you to eat. So this balance between these two hormones, and the main one is the one coming from the body fat, right? The white fat.
Yes.
The leptin is really giving us a signal as to how much we should be eating at any given time. In other words, are we hungry or we are not hungry? And by doing that, it's actually controlling the energy balance of our entire body. Now, you might ask, well, then how does somebody get overweight?
Right.
And how does somebody get fat? How do kids actually get fat? You know, there's an epidemic of obesity and overweight in children now.
Of course.
And mainly because of sugar. They're taking in too much sugar.
Yeah.
Well, what do you remember from our previous discussion of carbohydrate and sugar that sugar does? Do you remember that name of that hormone that is stimulated whenever we take in sugar, that is not stimulated when we take in fat or protein? Starts with an I. Insulin. I knew you got it. Okay. That's insulin. Insulin causes us to accumulate more of this body fat. So the more carbohydrate you take in, the more fat you're going to deposit.